We are. Welcome everyone. Here's Vitor. Today I'm sort of alone. I'm not actually. I'm playing. Oh, I'm playing in Chinese, by the way. Let me see if I can change this. I was testing out some connection things with the Chinese language here. Yeah, let's go for English. That's good. Okay. So I'm actually playing with Marcos and Alexander as well, like I was last week when we were just trying out the weekly challenge, you know, during the live stream. But this time we're not gonna have like the three cameras for them, mostly because I'll be like monopolizing the chat. Like, I'll be in a monologue about the new update and the things that came with that. But when I say monologue, please do not feel like you cannot ask stuff or talk about different stuff that you want. Okay, feel free to do so. You're even encouraged to do so. I'd really love if you could. I don't know, if you wanted to ask anything, feel free to do so. Let me just set up the chat here because I wasn't with the chat open. My mistake. Okay, now I got it open and everything seems to be fine. Good. Let me invite them so we can start playing. While I explain to you everything that we did, not everything, I'm not gonna go into like crazy details, but I'm gonna show off like most of what we've done with the robotics update. And it's a very exciting update, mostly because we've managed to not only get those robotic friends done. We wanted to actually implement them in the game for quite some time. So it's awesome that we finally got the time to do so. But also because with oh, amnesia. Okay, let me get back. Another thing that I do when I'm trying to test the game is that I set the game to be played on Asia server, which is pretty much the highest ping I can get. That's so we can like stress test the game in the worst possible environment. So if we're able to play with like 400, 500 ping, then I think it's good enough. Like things are working out. And they're gonna work way better in lower ping. That's the idea, basically. Okay, large ship. Yeah, that's it. We're not doing the weekly challenge, even though it's a different room from the last week. But it's just that we've ran some tests this week. I don't know if you saw that, but yesterday I think we released a patch note. No, sorry, it was on Wednesday. We released a hotfix. We just updated the patch note. By the way, welcome Vixen Snow Silk. Welcome to the stream. Glad you came. So we released a hotfix, which, oh my god, my mop's gone. That's okay. We got a good room here. So we released a hotfix that was related to like a reduction in network requirements, basically. So what we had is that we had this game that was like our game was sending a lot of messages during online matches, like things that needed to be synced, but other things they did not require to be synced. They were just synced so we could have a more uniform experience for everyone. But turns out they could have been causing, but not necessarily causing, but making it easier, more frequent to have disconnection issues. We don't know for sure. We've collected some data about it, and turns out that a lot of the disconnections are due to client timeout, which is to say that the players, they did timed out during the match, and for that they disconnected and lost the match. So we went in and thought like, well, if it's like so often that players have timeout, is it anything that we can, like, is there anything that we can do to try to prevent that or reduce the frequency of that? And turns out we could do that. So we're trying to reduce the amount of messages sent at any given moment, so we can have a less frequent disconnection issue. We're just hoping that it works. Anyway, coming back to the update. First thing, we've done an overall rebalancing in the economies of the game, like in the economics of the game. So right now, the first thing you gotta notice is that like the two biggest game changers were kind of nerfed slash rebalanced. First of them is the mixer, which is this little thing over here. It used to require only 3 fruits or organic matter to give you back a battery, and that's relevant because even though you spend some time like collecting all the kind of stuff, all the organic stuff that you're gonna put into it, 3, it's quite easy to have and to get like quickly. You have an alien and in 2 seconds you get 2 fruits and you put it right there. So it doesn't require the effort that we wanted it to require, and it gave back like so many batteries all like during the gameplay. There was always this moment in the match in which you were literally with like 4 or 5 extra batteries and you didn't know what to do with them, and that was not good for the game. Like it was kind of taking away the fun and the challenge of getting batteries to power your room. They were just totally not a problem anymore, and that was not what we wanted for it. So what we did is we reduced, we increased the amount of needed organic matter. Now you need to put like 5 inputs into it, and you can see how I don't know if you can notice it, but playing it, you feel how that goes along with the flow of the game in a more synced and I don't know, balanced way. Like you don't have to oh, we got the book. You don't have that moment in which you like produce tens of dozens of batteries at once, and then you never need to use the mixer again in your life. Like it kind of flows unless you literally stop doing anything to start producing batteries. It does not get to that point, in which you have like too many extra batteries. What we also did was to reduce the amount of money you get when you recycle stuff. So mostly the price of the things that you recycle are the same. Things that you cannot buy at the shop, right? So if you recycle trash bags or fruits or what else do you not get on the shop? Yeah, basically trash bags or fruits or food, any kind of food, basically. Like if you recycle those, oh, thanks, Alexander. If you recycle those, you're gonna get the same amount of money. That's not changed. We did not want to make people work too hard to get the same stuff that you used to get. But at the same time, if you find a workstation lying around, or if you happen to buy stuff that you don't need it anymore and you want to sell it, now that costs a bit more. And that's mostly because we didn't like how you could like make money by producing batteries in the mixer, and how finding like expensive stuff, even though it was not like, we would like the idea of finding expensive stuff during the gameplay, because I'm gonna die, I'm gonna starve. We like the idea because it's good to see something that you were excited to get and that you wanted to have, but you didn't have the money yet. But it's not cool to just have it in a way that like you find expensive stuff and then you think, oh, okay, now I don't need this. I'm just gonna sell it and make a lot of money. That was not the idea. Another thing that you can notice is that now the bike, it works differently. You can see like now the base amount of money that it gets is 3 instead of 5 for multiplayer, and like every time you spend using the bike, the exercise bicycle, with your friends, with another friend of yours using it as well, you get a bonus for doing so. So you can see that green +1. You can go like +1, +2, +3, depending on how many other players are using the exercise bike with you. Okay, I don't think we need food anymore. Let me just get more batteries done. That was another facet of the rebalancing in the economy of the game. Like the exercise bike, it was too much, like it was too strong for its own good. Like we'd see many players like jumping into it for a while and then going away with a lot of money and not having financial issues anymore. Like for the rest of the game, it became a non-issue. And at the same time, we thought that it was like too much of a solo experience, you know. Like you're playing this cooperative game, and the fun thing in it is like to be sharing moments and playing with others and having fun and doing all that kind of stuff, going crazy together. But when you did it, I'm gonna put it right here. Yeah, I'm gonna put it right here. But when you jumped into the bike, it was totally solo. Like there was nothing anyone could do to help you, besides maybe feeding you, bringing some food for you every once in a while. And we thought we could do better with it. We thought we could make it more balanced, like less of an overpowered thing that we had in the game, while also like trying to encourage cooperation in it, so now for you to reach the full potential of the exercising bike, you need to be exercising along with your friends. And don't worry if you only play solo, that's not gonna like be a big deal for you, because we've changed it mostly for multiplayer games, okay? Multiplayer matches. On single player, you can still make you make a little less money. Like we reduced it from 5 to 4 per tick, but we did not slow the frequency of the ticks like we did in multiplayer, so it works pretty much the same. It's just not as overpowered as it was before. And by the way, thanks for the feedbacks of the community, because according to this, relating to this matter, We've actually took some time to ask people out of the community like what were the top most not necessarily overpowered but most useful must-have appliances that you had in the game, and like the bicycle and mixer were right on the top. Other useful stuff, we kind of wanted them in that place. For example, the bookshelf here is very useful, and a lot of people find it useful. That's good, but it's not breaking the game. You know, it's just making it easier in a way, like making it faster, but not necessarily making you stop caring about part of the game that we want you to care about. Okay, we got a mop on sale. Okay, the guys are, and you can see that even though we did nerf, not nerf, but we did remake, like remodel the redesigned the bike and made a rework on how it makes money. You can still make money whenever you need it, but now you gotta like call your friends to help you to do so. So hey guys, let's make some money, and then you go there and do it, and that's way more interesting than like just going in all by yourself. What? Oh, you gonna, oh, okay, you want to make it look beautiful. Oh, let's do it. Yeah, I'm doing it. All right, cool. Let me rest a bit, and then let's go. Let's make some money. I think we could maybe get. Oh, this is cheap. What are you having? Let's showcase the chef bot, right? Oh, look at this. So +2, +2, +2. Can you see that? That's because we're 3. Like you have 1 and other 2 players using the exercise bike as well. Okay, let's see. We got the sink. I'm just leave it here. Not that useful right now because we have 1 already. This is a chef bot. What I'm doing with it is I'm gonna make it let us just change the things in place. This is the watering bot. It's one of the additions that we had in this game. What it does is that it basically gets the bucket and do things with it. So if there is anything dirty in the ship, excluding obviously the oh no, this is too far. This is too far. I'll just put it right here. Yeah, we should have it over here. No, okay. All right, maybe that will be the room. I just think it's gonna be spent like too much time walking around, but that's okay. Build it here. Build it here. So yeah, the watering bot is gonna get the bucket and help you with stuff. So you got anything that's dirty, you can get the watering bot to help you with that. If you have any, for example, the pumpkin garden here, sometimes it gets itself dry. The watering bot is gonna help you with that as well. And once you've like completely ran out of energy and stamina and just fall on the floor, not from starvation, okay, but from tiredness, it's gonna come and help you with that. And this is the cooking bot. Okay, this is the cooking bot. It's symmetrical in a way, like it's meant to help you, but with food issues. So what it does is basically it gets food from whenever it finds it. it takes it to a player that's hungry enough. Where are the family portraits? Oh, they're in this room. Yeah, that's okay. I'm gonna leave it there. Let me just get some energy sockets here because I think that we're gonna need them. And let me get another family portrait. And that's it. And a bucket. We need a bucket. Gonna have to make some money eventually. So what the cooking bot does is that like it goes to somewhere that it finds food. It gets that food. It takes it to players if you're hungry. That's its priority. And if you're not hungry, it keeps on like cooking and storing food for as long as it has some place to put it, like to store the food on. That's why, I don't know if you noticed it, but we got like 2 fridges, which were back in the day not necessary. Like you almost always not get that many fridges, but now we do need that. Now it's useful. Tables work as well. Okay, you store things in tables as well. The thing about aliens, like aliens can be cooked, but while they're not inside of anything, like if you're not storing an alien over the table or inside the fridge, the bot does not consider it potential food. Okay, so it just considers it a threat. So it's not gonna get it, right? You're gonna have to actually like store that alien somewhere before the cooking alien do something with it. For example, I'm gonna bring it right here and just store it right here on the table, and eventually the bot is gonna get it. Look at this. Oh, come on Marcos, I was showing them. Anyway, so if Marcos did not get that alien right there, he would have been caught by the cooking bot. What was the idea behind those bots? Mostly we wanted to add an extra layer of optimization to the game. It's because this game is a lot about doing stuff, right? So the difficulty in it is like finding the best, most optimized way to do the same thing that you can do it since the beginning. It's not about necessarily like fighting stuff that is always different. It's more about like finding the optimization way, like the most optimized way of doing it, so you can face more tasks at the same time. And optimization has a great potential for that, especially when you think about playing solo. This game is a comparative game, and we know that playing it solo might be a bit tough, right? We know that it's kind of hard, especially because that's the point of it, you know? If you have a lot of people doing different stuff, it's less of a hustle for you to keep all of them in check. But while you're playing solo, you do not have that, and we wanted you to have like a chance of having that somehow, and that's why we have the automatic bots doing stuff like this. For example, it's gonna clean that shaft. You clean the shaft. It was already clean, but anyway. So you clean the shaft, and now you don't have to worry about that so much anymore. If you have, as long as you have a proper setup for him. We kind of spent a lot of money having that setup ready, but especially if you're single player, it's so totally worthy. Oh my god, too many aliens. And I'm gonna get myself tired. And I got myself tired. Let me just grab my water. Right, yeah, so the bots, they help. But they also may be a problem for you if you're like too used to, like you're totally used to doing things by your own. Sometimes the bots might like take your bucket away, maybe spend too much time following another player instead of cooking for you. So they also require a little bit of like planning and like building the setup that's gonna keep them productive, you know. It's not all good. It's like the dog itself that helps a lot, but you gotta feed him, you know. You gotta feed him, you gotta keep him happy, otherwise it's not gonna work well, not gonna be that useful. Sorry. We also reduced the price of like a bunch of stuff that we thought people were not using it quite enough, like the quarantine spray. It's very useful for locking down doors. I'm gonna use it right away, by the way, just to show off what its capabilities are. For example, we do have here 2 doors, right, facing 2 different directions. We're gonna open that one, but we do not want the other door to be like spawning aliens all the time. So while we're dealing with that one on the right, I'm gonna like quarantine this one on the left. It gets rid of the eggs that were like popping up there, and it's a very good way of dealing with ventilation shafts as well. Many units. So I'm storing all of these aliens. Usually you'd like store them all and then have to like carry them back either to the mixer or to cook them by yourselves. Now you can just wait for the robot to do so, but it's honestly quite far away from where his base is, so I think he's gonna be spending like a lot of energy just doing that. We reduced the price of the lamp as well. If you've never used the lamp playing this game, you do know what you're missing, honestly. Like it's a very powerful item. We even buffed it back in a while to see if people started using it more. It did affect that, but we still think people should be using it way more than they are. Okay, let's make some money, guys. Let's make some money. You can wait for the bot to bring you food. Oh, I think he's recharging. What am I getting now? We reduced the price of the bike because of the rebalancing change. We thought it was needed. Okay, we're gonna have some mini robots as well. Reduce the price of some of the... Oh no, we did reduce the price of the lamp, yeah. We reduced the price of the nightstand as well, which was like... Oh, sorry. Which was like useful, but we didn't think it was like competitive enough, you know? Like if you could save a little bit more money to get a bat, it was like always better than getting the nightstand. It was less expensive, even though it's more versatile in terms of like you can set I don't know, an armchair in a place and the nightstand on another place in the same room, and it would affect it, because you know right now beds and couches, they are the hardest ones to place because they're the only things that we have that require like two tiles sets spaces to work. This one went gold. So yeah, we thought we'd buff it a little bit, and we did that. We did so by reducing the price of it because the buff is already good. It was just not competitive enough. So let's see how that goes. Oof, many flying aliens. See, did you see how the flying aliens, they got taunted by the lamp? That's what it does. It's just too good, you know. It's a very good item. Oof. Okay, the cleaning robots are doing their thing here. We got a battery full. The dog's drinking. Let me just get any kind of... Oh, we don't have food for the dog here. Let me just feed him. Yeah, get him this. Oh, look at this right here. Yeah, it's just cool. It's just cool just to think that things that you once required, you know. Hey, dog, come here. Oh, he's gonna go for the aliens. He's a very brave dog. No, dog, come on. Nope. Eat, yeah, eat the pumpkin. Okay, don't sleep. Besides all that balancing and the new robots, we also obviously worked on many bug fixes. Some of them were like some bugs were reintroduced due to some new mechanics. We got rid of them, and we've implemented a few quality of life changes as well in the game. A big one that I think is very important to bring it here. I don't know how many people watching me or watching these videos once they are uploaded to YouTube are from China, but if you play this game in the Chinese servers or in the Chinese language as well, at least, you know that the game would block you from connecting in any other server. And that was because we have a restriction. It's actually a legal one. Like we cannot guarantee that we will have a good connection between players within China and outside of China. And when we did have that problem, we wanted to make sure that people were aware what they were getting into, and to avoid people from getting like very poor connections. That was basically what was happening, you know, when we had no restrictions at all. People were just getting very poor connections all the time, like multiple disconnects and a lot of horrible stuff happening. Oh, let me get the recycler here. Do we have extra batteries? No, we don't. I'm gonna move this to the front. So we previously the best option that we found to fix that problem with connecting Chinese players with others was that, like, when you install the game using the Steam software, right, like this, the Steam interface, in Chinese, we'd block that region, like would lock you in the Chinese region, and that did not work so well, even though like some people that played in Chinese did live in China. We figured out a lot of people speak, you know, they rather play the game in Chinese, and we got something. Oh, let me just solve that thing. Just like, opa, já vamos. Just 1 second, guys. You. Passei a virar a câmera. Okay, you know, quarantine stuff. Deliveries, they sometimes get in a very unfortunate moment, like a very inopportune moment. Anyway, and yeah, Jacob Mix, first of all, welcome, and welcome again, right? And yeah, they took our jobs. That was even a joke about this on well, we were discussing like the name of the update, which makes some references about like robots getting our jobs. But that's basically it. Yeah, that's what's going on. Anyway, guys, this was a very quick match. I think we were obviously 3 very experienced players, and yeah, that's about it. That's what we have for this update. In particular, thank you, Marcos and Alexander, or Alexandri, whatever he prefers to be called, for joining me in this match. I strongly suggest you all go check out the game since the update. This new balancing and the neutral robots, they changed a lot in game, so it's good to give it another shot. And I hope you all had fun. I hope you enjoyed what we did to the game, and you enjoyed watching it. If you want to have like any kind of suggestions about what do you think should come next to the game, or what do you think about the live streams or contents that you want to be covered here, just, you know, comment in the section. You can comment on the YouTube videos as well, or talk to us on Discord. You can get to the Discord if you're not there yet, through discord.gg/beholdstudios. And yeah, that's it. Thank you very much for watching. So thanks Redlank, thanks Vixen Snow, thanks Tateson and Jacob Mix for the comments as well, for participating as well. And I see you next week with something else. I don't know, it's not gonna be a content update like this one. It's gonna be something game dev related or related to our past games. Thank you very much, and I see you next week. Bye bye.